Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 1 vs 1 on Terenas Stand between our red undead player, JeffDuNutte, and up top, our blue orc player, Grubby. And the reason I'm casting this game is that it totally breaks the meta, and it's such a fun game. I took a small look at it. I just sort of breezed through it earlier, and it was pretty interesting, to say the least. Lots of interesting heroes and unit combination. So we'll speed it on up. 2-minute point. And Grubby agrees to a non-meta game. And so he immediately grabs the Pit Lord as his first hero. And Rain of Fire. Geomancer camp taking out their Manual of Health for the Pit Lord. And gonna be a Crypt Lord for the Undead.
Work complete.
And beetles of all things as well, so using that graveyard there to summon a couple beetles and some skeletal minions right off the bat. Pit Lord going after the Apprentice Wizard camp. So easy with Rain of Fire to take them all out. A Gauntlet of Ogre Strength. +3. And gonna be Cloak of Selling for the Crypt Lord there. Pit Lord finishes off the Renegade Wizard, grabs a Gloves of Haste. And Crypt Lord, Claws of Attack +6 from his Renegade Wizard camp. Seems that the players giving away their heroes by saying "tremble before me." Already a pretty large army there for the Crypt Lord with the beetles, skeletal minions. And JeffDuNutte gives away his hero. For the Frozen Throw. That's a good one. Good one, Grubby there. And Renegade Wizard will fall here. It's a Flute of Accuracy, which is going to be really nice for these crypts, for these crypt fiends. And already grabbing that gold mine, Tome of Knowledge for the Crypt Lord as well. Pretty good camp there overall for the undead.
We're under attack.
And a quite unusually fast expansion for the undead. Creeping continues for the Pit Lord. Geomancer goes down, gets another Manual Health on the Crypt Lord, so already very, very high in health with 2 Gauntlets of Ogre Strength and 2 Manuals of Health so far. I'm gonna push him in vulnerability for the Pit Lord as well. Crypt Lord gets a potion of greater healing from the Kobold camp.
We're under attack.
And meanwhile, Pit Lord here harassing some acolytes, but the Pearl Town portal is coming on in. Man, it would have been a nice Rain of Fire right there, but tried to get some of those acolytes, didn't quite make it, and a dispel on one of those beetles there. Totally worth it. And Pit Lord taking egregious damage here from all of the fiends, and then upgrading these fiends will give a lot of damage as well. The Flute of Accuracy. Now Grubby will spy the expansion as well. And the Ziggurat falls, Spirit Tower being upgraded here, maybe have to cancel. But it looks like it will survive for now as he teleports away and will salve up his units. And it doesn't look like creature tech is being upgraded just yet, but as soon as that does get upgraded, I think they get a +4 damage when it's level 1. It might be at level 2, but either way, quite a bit of damage on spiders. The Flute of Accuracy, Replenishment Potion now on the Crypt Lord as well. So quite a bit of potions for the Crypt Lord. Lots of sustain.
We're under attack.
Although the Replenishment Potion, not really for combat usage, but it could be done. Renegade Wizard Camp here gonna fall for Grubby. Mantle of Intelligence +3 for the Crypt Lord. And Shaman's out for Grubby. Should be level 4 from this here, and we'll get a Boots of Quel'Thalas plus a Tome of Experience there. Gives him a nice chunk of experience. And Crypt Lord finished off that creep camp. Didn't see what he get there. I think they just got a tome. And another Claws of Attack +6 for the Crypt Lord. +12 damage on him, not too bad. Menu of Health has been left behind. Looks like the Pit Lord's gonna grab that. 50 more health, sure, why not? And there's a Kobold Geomancer left over as well. And another Cloak of Selling for the Pit Lord there. And just gonna grab that to eventually pick up gold. And Shaman's dispelling the beetles. And a Farseer now out for Grubby as well.
Research complete. Ready to work.
And Halls of the Dead just now coming for the undead. And here comes Creature Attack level 1. Pocket Great Hall there going down for Grubby. And Geomancer camp here going to be taken out, but there is a free Geomancer, pretty much half health, over there on the left where he grabbed the Tome of Health, the Manual of Health rather. Another Manual of Health, so it's like the 4th one I think the Pit Lord has grabbed so far. Total of a couple hundred additional health at least than I have seen, and pretty much free Geomancer, actually less than half health there, 130 health. And not worth an insane amount of experience or anything, but still. And Bloodlusted the heroes. And about to go for the expansion here. And perfectly placed Nerubian towers for the Pit Lord to rain of fire. And Crypt Lord, or Crypt Fiend rather, goes down quickly. Wand a lightning charge there on the Grunt, chasing after these Crypt Fiends, doing tons of damage, melee damage against the medium armor, plus the lightning damage. Pit Lord has to use the Potion of Invulnerability, and Shaman gets taken out by a Spirit Tower, very unfortunate. And all these Crypt Fiends left with such little health. Expansion going for Grubby, pretty strong here, but was much later than the undead. I'm going to repair up all of his Nerubian towers here. Sasquatch camp still there, and Assassin camp. Not too much left on the map. And Torrent Totem coming up. And Necromancers for the undead on the way. And yeah, it would be at level 2 creature attack They have a +4 damage from that 10% of the
attack.
Flute of Accuracy. And another Manual of Health for the Pit Lord, so I think that's at least 5 Manuals of Health. Pit Lord nearly level 5. Same thing with the Crypt Lord, both pretty much almost equal experience, slightly more on the Crypt Lord. Slippers of Agility +3 drop on the ground there, but he destroys them.
Work complete.
He doesn't really have too much of a use for him. Assassin Camp here. Gonna go down for the Undead. An Illusion. Farseer there. So many Crypt Fiends. And Ring of Selling +2 for the Crypt Lord. Rogue Wizard gonna fall here, but not gonna be a significant amount of experience with 2 heroes here. And barely makes a dent in the Pit Lord's experience. Pit Lord now sporting an Orb of Lightning. And a big Rain of Fire here, hitting quite a bit of units. And a nice lightning charge there on the Crypt Fiends, takes out a couple of them. An Unholy Frenzy on the Crypt Lord. And tons of Crypt Fiends fall, level 5 Pit Lord now. But the Frenzy is absolutely decimating the unit so far. And of course Frenzy on the Crypt Fiend as well. May lose the Pit Lord here. Not going to be able to transfer that to Scroll Town portal in time.
Hero has been slain.
And a pretty nice Crypt Lord at that, +12 damage and quite a bit of extra armor. That spiked carapace and the Ring of Selling. Also has that potion of greater healing as well to keep him alive, so even if you get him down pretty low, just gonna end up turning around and healing up.
I come from the dark.
Pit Lord Tavern revived. And Torin now on the way. And you're gonna be making Wind Riders as well, and Kodos. Are we gonna check the bottom expansion? Nothing there. No creeps left on the map. And no mana on the Pit Lord either, so not a terribly good idea to attack right now with such low mana. Not gonna be able to Rain of Fire at all. Undead teleports in, but won't get much out of that. Just gonna rescue his gold mine to some degree. And the illusion just runs out of lightning before the Acolyte dies.
May my ancestors watch over me.
And the Crypt Lord picks up another town portal scroll. There is a level 6 Crypt Lord. And surprisingly, no Death Knight around, and I know it's kind of an anti-meta game, but no Death Knight to Unholy Aura those Unholy Frenzied units. And Torin now in the mix here. Takes out a Crypt Fiend pretty quickly there. Wind Riders now out, which is an interesting idea with a bunch of Crypt Fiends. And Pit Lord doing huge damage. But the Farseer kind of ruined that. If the Pit Lord actually stayed, he might have killed almost all of those units, or at least put them down to a level that they would be pretty much out of the fight completely.
Work complete.
Silly Farseer teleported too quickly And another tiny Great Hall picked up by Grubby. And looks like he may be going for this corner yonder. And Wind Riders still being created here. Wind Riders to take out the Necromancers, but there are so many Crypt Fiends that not really going to do too much. Army of skeletons on the way here. Witch Doctor going to spot it, though, with the Sentry Ward.
Work complete. Work complete.
Lord doing tons of damage there with Cleave.
We're under attack.
And some free experience for Grubby there. Farseer now level 3.
Our town is under attack.
Squirrely Healing picked up on both the heroes.
Work complete. We're under attack.
Hillor did do a bunch of damage there, but got stunned in the process. And now Crypt Lord swarming and ultimate, and takes out the Pit Lord there.
Our hero has been slain.
And Pit Lord is super regenerating here. So much meat for those beetles.
Search complete.
And still has that potion of greater healing as well. Lightning there takes out 1 or 2 of the units.
Our town is under attack.
And expansion may go down here now. Burrow takes out a Crypt Fiend. We'll take out another Crypt Fiend as well.
We're under attack.
And Farseer trying to take out the Necro there, but Necro gets away. Okay, Lord Ursel not being revived. Torn on the way. But Grubby has more than enough. Grubby just sort of messing around this game. Like I said, not the highest level of game ever, but just interesting and fun to watch. Had about 1,500 floating resources there until he just made so many units, couple Wind Riders in each bestiary.
Our town is under attack.
And we'll lose the other expansion as well. And Tavern Revive coming for the Pit Lord here soon.
We're under attack. I come from the darkness.
Clarity Potion on the Pit Lord, but no healing salve. So we'll be stuck at a mediocre amount of health.
Our town is under attack.
Or rather, mediocre. Guess I just felt like saying it wrong. Chain Lightning there takes out the Necromancer. Does a little bit of damage to the rest of the units. And a Town Portal just before that Rain of Fire did a bunch of damage. And the expansion here will fall for Grubby very soon. So now all out of that. So that is pretty much going to seal the deal for Grubby by the looks of it. And he just says, I'm all in. So yeah, indeed, that is the case. As with no more left, he's going to have to long distance mine. And that is quite a distance to mine. Certainly not the longest distance I've ever seen, but you know how that is. And Healing Ward healing up the units. Ready to go against the Undead, but Undead still has that expansion going, still has his gold mine going to some degree. might be in Grubby's best interest just to run right now and let the Unholy Aura do damage to these units. Crypt Lord ultimate. And Pit Lord. Rain of Fire doing a decent amount of damage here. But now out of mana. Unable to cast again. And the Farseer also out of mana. And no money to really go back home and buy clarity potions and salves and whatnot. Scrolls of healing. And all the things that the children like. And Pit Lord looks like he will go down here. And that may be GG for Grubby.
Our hero has been slain.
And Wind Rider is just a, not a good choice for Grubby there, but I think he's just playing around. Because why not? That's what Warcraft 3 is for. And these are the kind of games that I definitely enjoy. Is picking an interesting hero and the like. But that is going to do it. And GG to JeffDuNutte, but GG to both sides for playing an interesting non-meta game. And I think Grubby could have easily just gone Blade Master and the regular units, including Spirit Walkers, to dispel all of those skeletons and dispel the Unholy Frenzy and whatnot. Is Unholy Frenzy dispellable? I think so. That's actually kind of a good question. But either way, Spirit Walkers would have been a better bet, of course. The meta units would have been a better bet, but always good to see different stuff. And hero is level 9 Crypt Lord for being solo, and level 5 and level 4 Farseer. But I hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I will see you guys next time.